Next up, we got the New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to let you start off, Bobby.
This was kind of a tough one to pick, believe it or not. I went Steelers 1916. Trubisky not playing great. Not all his fault either. Zach Wilson, first game back. Don't really know what to expect with that. Flacco was more consistent and careful with the ball than I expected, honestly. And they've been kind of steadily mediocre on offense so far this year, which for the Jets is
No.
about the best you can hope for. But I don't know what that's going to look like. The Steelers' offensive line has been horrible, especially in the run game. Najee Harris has been having to work for everything. I mean, last year he was putting up big numbers every week, and now it's like he's got to work just to get
Hmm.
3 yards, and
Just
he's
like,
getting hit in the backfield and still getting a positive gain, but it's hard for them to control the ball and move down the field the way that they're playing
it's
right now.
reminiscent of Joe Mixon.
Yeah, similar. He's just able to do more because he gets more catches than Mixon.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm just going to get out of the way. I got the Jets 15-12. I think it's going to be all, if not
Field goal
all
fest.
field goals. I mean, maybe one touchdown, maybe. Um, and it would probably be defensive if there was. Zach Wilson being back, I think that Zach Wilson has a decent enough game that he's going to give their playmakers on offense confidence. They got Garrett Wilson, two good backs. Um, their defense hasn't been god awful, and I think this is the game that Mitch Trubisky gets benched. I think that he's
Mid game or after they
after the
lose?
game, after the
Okay.
game, not mid game. I don't see Tomlin benching mid game. It would
I
take a
just want to
lot.
make sure.
It would take a lot for that to happen. But I think that no, I think losing to the Jets, I think he's gonna have a couple turnovers, kind of like an average game like he has normally, and I think that the Jets are just gonna. I think it's gonna be a punt fest. There's gonna be a lot of field goals. I think it's gonna be a field position game pretty much, and whoever gets the most field goals is gonna win that thing. I think the Jets have a little bit of a better selection of weapons. I'm not saying Zach Wilson is that much better than Trubisky because I'm not sold on Wilson yet, but I just think that the trajectory's up for the Jets and Zach Wilson and Mitch Trubisky's just real cold right now. So I think this after this game he gets benched. What do you think about that?
I don't know that Tomlin would do it, even if they were to lose. Uh, Also, I mean, we haven't seen Zach Wilson with Garrett Wilson yet.
True.
So who knows if Elijah Mitchell will be the guy or who he feels comfortable going to. But it's going to look slightly different than it has. J.J. Watt, excuse me, T.J. Watt, still obviously not there. So
That is a big factor in my mind too.
that defense has not been getting pressures the way that they were. I mean, that dude messed up plays. So
Mm-hmm.
him not being
Game
there.
record.
So I don't know exactly what to expect. I'd say better weapons is debatable as far as Jets' offensive weapons compared to Pittsburgh. I think Mitch just needs
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
in the system to go through his reads quicker and figure out what
He needs
they're
a
trying to
great
do
team around him is
because
what he
they
needs.
can't run the ball, so it's kind of hard to do anything like that. So
It starts with the offensive line. Like their offensive line's kind of playing crappy, and they're not giving Najee Harris anywhere to run, which isn't opening anything up for Mitch Trubisky. Mitch Trubisky needs a good run game and like a possession receiver, like you had Allen Robinson that year they went to the
play
playoffs.
action, boots.
That's the only way he succeeds. And I think that him having no offensive line and like young receivers that are still kind of developing, Najee not getting anything because of the offensive line, it's really screwing him over. And Pickett, if they put him in, I think he would be a difference maker because
I
he
don't
does
know.
not play like Trubisky. He's a playmaker. Like he will elevate your team better than what they are. Like he will get the ball deep.
You think he's gonna come in and just
No, but I think you'll be able to see right away with your eyes. Okay, this guy's better than Trubisky.
yeah,
I don't think he's gonna.
he'll make a handful of plays. Trubisky probably. I'll give you that, but I don't think it's gonna solve
Their
all their
problems.
problems.
Yeah. Good enough. Good enough. All right.